I mean, sitting right. I don't like this. I don't like this color at all. Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I don't know. It's like I said, I don't even move stuff and the color changes. A little awkward, whatever. Welcome to the den. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. I'm glad that you could join me this evening. A little speckly, frecklies all over the place. I don't like this. It was looking cool just a minute ago. It was all good just a week ago. Anyway, that looks even worse. But welcome to the den. I'm glad that you could join me this evening. We got plenty to talk about. It should be a very interesting stream. We're going to talk about a rapper. Some of you may be familiar with him. If you're a little bit older, you might not be. If you're a little bit, maybe, around my age group, younger, you may be, right? A gentleman named Young Dolph shot and killed in his hometown of Memphis today. We're going to talk about rap music. We're going to talk about why this keeps happening. I'm going to talk about Dolph a little bit and, his specific situation where it's similar to most others and where it differs, right? And we're just going to be honest about this as a whole. And we're going to open up the lines. We're going to take some calls. I want us to be real honest tonight. I want us to be frank and forward, right? Put your emotions in your pocket. We're going to kick it. We're going to rock it. So, regarding furries, I will do my best to come up with some future furry madness. I got you. I'm putting it in my notes. But let's see what we got joining us this evening. Let's talk about it. And then, like I said, I won't try to spill too much. I'll definitely open up the Denline so people can speak on it relatively soon. And if you are on the Xbox and you got that Halo, you know what we're going to be doing after the show. So make sure you're a part of that. Ronald Isley, a.k.a. Black Ashley. Hood nigga dog, 432 hertz nigga. That is a great line if you are familiar with Mr. Dolph. Marcus Brown, what's the motherfucking deal? Low key T for life. What's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss Sarah Lou, how are you this evening? Herb got it done, man. We gonna get on that tonight. We definitely going to address that tonight because that's a conversation that needs to be had. Dr. D. Kenobi, is there a doctor in the house? Shit, I'm hit. Bino, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Hey man, I don't control the percentages, all in the bots. And y'all can feel free to use the bots. Also, I'm gonna be honest with you. Enjoy the bots tonight, because this is gonna be the last time I'm using Streamlabs. There's been a whole lot going on with Streamlabs. I don't know if y'all have kept up with it. I may touch on that a little bit in the thing, but the thing that I use, the chat bot, I'm gonna be looking for another one to replace it. So this will probably be the last time these particular commands are available. I don't know if other bots will be able to, service some of these commands and things. So have fun with them, enjoy them tonight, because it may be the last time for a while until some other things get done. 335, you already know what it is. Be more careful. How are you doing this evening? I hope all is well. Infinity, the reformed pimp. They say if you make it out to the hood, don't go back and they're gonna hate you forever, ever getting out. Absolutely. They'll hate you even if you never leave. They'll hate you if you stay in there and you're shining a little bit more than them. I'm gonna say some stuff tonight, man. And if you are weak-minded, if you are overly emotional, if you don't want to be authentic, then hey, save these for later. This isn't for now. If you don't want to be authentic about this conversation, if you don't want to keep it real, I'm gonna tell you, go ahead. This ain't the show for you, because we're gonna be 1,000% honest. Edwin Baptiste, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to my homie DeWanda Willis. You say, why are the Kardashians more important? Well, probably more people are familiar with the Kardashians. Let's see. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. I promise it's nothing but love, but we got a lot to talk about. So let's get into it, right? Young Dolph. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not a super fan of anybody, right? Unless it was like an H-Town rapper, I'm probably not. I'm not a super fan, right? I don't. This fucking glittery disgustness is just pissing me off. I'm getting goddamn pissed off. So keep it authentic. But I did. Y'all know me. I told you I stopped listening to rap music a while back. But even as I was dwindling down on the rap music I would listen to, there was a few artists that I would still entertain. And I would And Dolph was one of them, right? And what I mean by that is because it was a few: Nipsey, Currency, Dolph, Money Man, and there's another one, and it's going to hit me in a minute because, like I said, it's been a minute. So, it was 4 or 5. But what you notice about all these people in common, they're independent artists, self-made type guys, right? I don't care for artists who go for the deals and things like that because I think there's a mentality behind that. Like, here's my thing: rap, it'll probably never go away because it is a money-making machine, right? So if you're going to be making this money, at least make the money and have control, over what you do. Instead, you have a lot of motherfuckers who are willing to sell themselves. If you're willing to sell yourself for a deal, it's like selling your soul to the devil, right? You'll take a cheap price for what you're really worth, right? No, not even because here's my deal, right? What I say about this is all these particular rappers were about, maybe not Dolph as much, but about being self-made, about building businesses, about, getting money. And Larry June was the other. They talked about something a little different. Dolph might have been the most, kind of mainstreamish, I guess, if you will, but he was just a Southern nigga. And I just kind of like, the way he didn't really rap. He kind of preached it almost. It was like he had a song called Preach, as a matter of fact. It was like he talked more on the beat, right? So it was a little bit different. But again, independent guys who made their way, and established their foundation before just jumping on somebody's bandwagon, right? So that mentality is important to me, especially the things that you're putting out. But even with that being said, we know, if you've known Dolph, there was a history with him and some other guys in Memphis, some back and forth. There was some beef he had with a well-known Memphis, couple of rappers well-known in Memphis. He was shot at. I think he was in his van. One time he got shot at, 100 times? 100 shots. He made a song about it. How the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots? Sitting in the van. Somebody ran up on him, tried to lay him down. And Miss Holly, how are you doing this evening? Alonzo, how are you doing this evening? Michael, Shomer, what's the motherfucking deal? So, but like I said, so, you had to know at some point your life was in danger, right? Because you got shot after that with a conflict with this same rapper, crew, whatever, that, they had their little situation. And this was a couple of years back. And I don't think that you could ever really feel like it was over because he came and he made music, antagonizing individuals who obviously were willing to try to off you. John Metz, what's the motherfucking deal? And I agreed, Wanda. We're going to get to that. And so you can't feel like that issue's ever going to disappear. I say it, and people can say whatever y'all want to say. A lot of people will get upset about it. A lot of people are going to disagree. Once you get something, you have to. It is of the utmost importance that you get away from niggas. If niggas know you have something, they're going to want it. I'm not saying this was a case of a robbery. I'm not saying this was I think this was really stemming from some beef. But niggas it don't even matter about you being about robbing you. Sometimes niggas be mad that you got and they just want you out the picture because they think they be giving money, you getting money, and they may feel like, what happened? These settings are off. Something changed in these settings. I gotta fix this. So pardon me if the shit started looking a little janky because this is pissing me off. I think I know what it is. Yeah. And so, like I said, he had beef. There was issues, right? With rappers in that same neighborhood. There's been plenty of times. There were times, I guess, niggas was trying to pull up on him, all this other stuff. And they said he was a guy that was out and about and that he was always around. And, yeah. But yeah, exactly. Those people was beefing. But they said, I think they came back and said that it didn't happen. Again, I don't know. And like I said, I saw people say it did happen, that it didn't happen. But again, why is it so dangerous? Pardon me. I don't know what is going on. I'm clicking all the buttons. Y'all just have to pardon me. y'all have to just pardon me. I'm trying to set the damn thing without switching the whole screen up, and obviously I fried that and still did it. But This is what I need. You know, you continue to see this. Chicago got it real bad. Niggas clocking out every nigga that ever rapped in Chicago don't seem to make it, right? It seems to be an epidemic. If you decide to rap in Chicago, it's like you signing a death wish, right? Is that a little bit better? We'll see. Looks a little bit better. You signed a death wish, basically. Again, you've seen it in Memphis. You've seen the kid who moved out of Chicago and was down in Atlanta, King Von. Who was the other one? Pop Smoke last year. And I mean, it's a laundry list of other lesser known rappers, right, that are getting killed by the dozens. And then at the same time, yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like they'd rather take down motherfuckers who are contributing. Like he did a lot for the community. You know, he did a lot, and people say, well, you know, he got money in a file way and rap. You know, and we can talk about all that. Like that's all a relevant conversation. But the utmost is to people to really look at rap music where it is, and you can say, oh, it's always been like that. Not so much, right? Like, yeah, you had the Pac and Biggie thing, and that was a weird ordeal, right? But more so, you had motherfuckers were getting the beefs, they were getting the fights, you know, things like that. But now there's no, I think you got to look at it like this. You got to look at it like this. Niggas can't rap anymore, right? So what do they got to do? They got to fight and shoot and kill to get more props or get more credit. Like the lyricism in rap, we know, has been gone for a long time now. Very few people are actually rapping. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so if you can't lyrically diss somebody, well, what you got to do to get your respect? You can't out rap them, so you kill them or you shoot them or whatever it is. Rappers, athletes, people like this, niggas with testosterone have egos. It's going to blow up. And if you really blowing up, you really doing something, you got to prove you're harder than the next man. Again, I'm not saying this is all just a case of Young Dolph. I'm just talking about rap music in general. Niggas gonna test you. Niggas want street cred. Niggas want stripes. You know what I'm saying? And it's a thing. It's a culture in this. And people say, oh, you know, they make excuses for it. They make excuses for it. And because, again, it used to be, oh, the reason why it's so bad is because that's what these rapper labels, that's what these labels want to put out. This is the music they put out. A lot of rappers going independent now. A lot of rappers keep doing it from YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever, all these other platforms that allow them to put up whatever they want. They don't have to go mainstream. What kind of music are they putting out? They're not putting out, hey, let's go to the park and play some basketball. No. They're talking about, I'll kill you, your mama, your kid. I'll shoot your whole block up. I'm going to spin your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to double back and spin your shit again. You know, I'm going to make sure everybody dead. This is a nigga I seen somewhere in Florida. This nigga made a song about all the niggas he didn't kill. It was like 20-something niggas in the song, right? And again, like, niggas got to prove that they hard. Like, and you can say, well, there's always been a gang element culture around it. Yeah, cool, whatever. But why is it that you got a lot of other forms of music that are aggressive? You could talk about rock and roll. You could talk about maybe heavy metal or something. You could talk about any other genre. Why are there not the deaths? Why is the killing? Maybe drug overdoses are there, but why is it that only in this rap culture that it's so bad? And one, I blame the rappers, but two, I blame the people. You're like, well, what do people got to do? They just listening to it, but they're encouraging this shit, right? Because the reason why people make this kind of music, and I say, well, why don't they do rap about something else? Because nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear the other shit. Everybody wants to be fake gangsters and live vicariously through other motherfuckers. That's why niggas love the dope dealer stories. That's why y'all out there watching, what's the shit out? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what's out right now. How you doing this evening, Miss Meat? What's the shit? What's the shit? The shit that's out right now. You know, the drug story from Atlanta. No, not Billy. What's the shit, man? Man. What's the shit? You know what I'm talking about. Not Narcos. BMF. There you go. Shout out to Strong and Random. Y'all out there watching BMF. Everybody wants to be big dope dealers. That's why niggas know more. Like, let's be honest, as your average black individual knows more about the street stories, the Alpos, the Paid in Fools, you know, the like I said, the BMFs, all these dope legends. What's his name? The dude who snitched. Denzel played him. Like, everybody knows these stories. Everybody loves and embraces these stories, and these motherfuckers are legends in the hood. Who does that? It's not the white man making you guys buy into that culture, right? Nobody's doing that. You're choosing to, because for some reason, niggas had this association with dope, drugs, and all this other shit. And I'm not gonna sit here and play holier than now, right? If something was to happen probably to one of these rappers that I grew up on, I'd probably feel a particular kind of way. Like, damn, that's fucked up, right? But I think it's a different energy. Now they're dying young. Now, Dolph was 36, but you've seen a lot of these other dudes, 20, 21. Who that Pop Smoke dude was young. Niggas killed him for a little bit of chump change, right? A week's worth of money. Like, go to work for a week and you'd have got more than you got from killing that dude, right? And this is what it is. Like, niggas, black folks, we have embraced a scumbag culture. And I hate to say it, it's fucked up. And you feel fucked up about it, but it is what it is, because this is creating a cycle. Because, hey, oh, this is my song, this is my jam. The hoes get pumped up to the music. Niggas call you bitches and hoes. Make me want to call you bitches and hoes, right? I don't know any better because I listen to the music. But at the same time, you can't complain about these things that are happening. And this is why I say I stopped listening to rap, because I can't sit here and talk in front of y'all and say, man, you know, you need to stop, you know, having so many baby daddies, and you need to stop doing this, and then, you know, the songs I'm listening to, oh, fuck on that bitch and leave, and, you know, get on that bitch's face and, you know, go catch a case, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I got bars. Because there's hypocrisy in it. So at the same time, you can't sit here and say, well, you know, it's just music. I just listen to it because, you know, it just makes me feel cool. But you're encouraging that. Not everybody's listening to that for that shit. When, you know, especially if you got youngsters, especially in this generation of youngsters who don't know shit, and they see, well, everybody acting like this person, or everybody rapping these lines. Again, some people may or may not believe in affirmations. I believe affirmations are a real thing. I think if you repeat the same thing over and over, you start to believe it. If you're rapping a song over and over and over and over again, it's going to have some type of impact on you. It's going to have some type of, say, you repeat a certain line, it's going to have an impact on you. I told y'all I've got caught up in some things. Young dumb. Wasn't raised like that. I started listening to a lot of rap music. I started hanging around different people, started getting into different things, and bada boom, bada bing. But I can't blame the rap. It's me and the decisions that I made, right? It is what it is. But there was an influence. And I'm not saying that an influence controls you, but an influence, all it takes is an influence to go in a certain direction, right? Hey, why don't you just try that? You try it, you like it, bam, bada boom, bada bing, betty boop. You know, you out of there, right? So when I tell people that they are influenced by these things, and oh, no, I'm not influenced, ain't no way. But then you catch yourself throughout the day, you doing the dishes. Oh, you sung a random rap line. You weren't even listening to the song. You didn't listen to the song in 2 weeks. All of a sudden, this line that came out, you're fucking influenced, right? You driving down the road, you ain't even got the radio on. Bam, yeah, you know, spit a little rap line. You're influenced. And people don't realize, oh, you know, I just like it. Why do you like it? If you don't live that lifestyle, if it has nothing to do with you, why do you like it? Now, if you out there, you getting it in, I understand it's a soundtrack to your life. You trapping, you hustling, you robbing, you shooting, whatever. Hey, I'm not talking to you. Keep doing what you're doing. You figure that shit out. I'm not here to tell you to stop, change your life. You figure that shit out. That's none of my business. Right? And that's on you. If that's the soundtrack to your lifestyle, this message that I'm spitting has nothing to do with you. Now, if you're not living that life and you're like, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a 9-to-5 working person, you know, I handle my business, you need to stop listening to fucking rap music. It's detrimental to you. I believe rap music is the reason why, you know, a lot of the things are happening. If you say, oh, it doesn't influence, okay, let's take any rapper, right? Or any relatively decent rapper. And they wear or they rap about a certain type of shoes, right? Rap about a certain type of shoes. Everybody starts wearing them shoes. Let Jay-Z come out and rap about a certain clothing brand. Everybody gonna start rapping about it. Well, maybe Jay-Z doesn't have the same influence, but the whole culture will change. Lil Wayne started wearing the tight skinny jeans. Niggas start wearing tight skinny jeans, start doing weird shit. like I said, it just, they have an influence. And I can see what you're saying. Like you said, you can say it about a horror movie, but I don't think a horror movie, watching it, it's crazy. Oh, they killed somebody. It's always a premise. It's always a plot. It's terrible. And when you watch movies, what's the thing that call that the suspension of belief, something like that. So you go into, when you watch a movie, when you watch something that you know is entertainment, your brain is processing it a different kind of way. Like after you watch a horror movie, you don't go back. You might say, "Hey, it was a good movie. That was a bad movie." But man, that movie was really catchy. And you're not, going around repeatedly, unless there was like a funny line from it. You're not constantly repeating it, on a daily basis while you're at work and whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say there's a difference, because the music behind it, and we can get into all that. Music has various elements of impacting the way you think. Those deep trap beats and all that other shit. Like all this stuff has a way of impact. And so I wish. Like, I don't want to sit here and say I hate rap music. I think the stories have a place. I think they have a place in society. I think they have a place in culture. But the overwhelming thought process behind this shit is terrible. Like, would you take advice from rap music? Like, quick poll, 1 for yes, 0 for no. Y'all know how we do quick poll. I don't feel like typing in a little thing. Would you take advice from rap music? Right? Like, would you take relationship advice from a Megan Thee Stallion song? Right? Would you take financial advice from some rap song? Right? Like, no. So if you wouldn't, pardon me, why is it so fucking hot? I'm sweating and shit. Probably because I took a shower right before the damn thing. And, I'm like a lizard. I got to regulate my body temperature and shit. And I agree, I agree. Like some of that old Swisher House shit, when motherfuckers be talking about, some just goofy shit. And it's not realistic. That's different. Like I say, Curtis Blow playing basketball. Feel like shooting some hoops. You know what I'm saying? But we're in a culture where people think entertainers are their friends. People think these motherfuckers have their well-being. And we're so isolated from one another. We're so anti each other. We listen to this shit. And here's the thing. I want y'all, anybody in the chat right now, I want you to drop the most positive rap song you can think of off the top of your head. Just right now off the top of your head. And see, most people say, no, I wouldn't take advice from these people. I wouldn't, any of that stuff. Financial advice, relationship advice, none of these things. Now, we may have different goals in life, right? We may have different pursuits in life. It's actually not that hot. Like I said, it's these lights right here and other stuff going on. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Heroes by Tom McDonald. I don't think I've heard that. I think I know Tom McDonald, but I'm gonna jot that down. Fucks with K Reno. Easy come, easy go. I'm gonna write some of these down as I can. Why don't I write tomorrow instead of Tom McDonald? Zero. Man, zero. Well, I don't know. There's some new positive zero. But what I'm saying is this, that in these songs, most of them, right? I don't know. A lot of these that y'all are naming out, I don't know. Zero, I know what you talk about. Zero is old school Zero made me depressed. That's how I know that rap music, teenagers listening to Zero Back in the Gap. Zero, that Back in the Gap, influenced a lot of niggas. Made motherfuckers hate their friends, hate their family, but on some fuck everybody type shit. But again, now y'all make too. David, how you doing, my friend? Summertime is a great song. I don't know about Fresh Prince anymore. Welcome to Miami. So here's the thing, right? No, it was a bye week, Josh. The only thing I don't want to talk about, it, y'all don't want to hear the video, is why we should fire David Culley and Silas. But anyway, so that's why there's no sauce, right? I'm trying to avoid being negative. But getting back to what I'm saying is, y'all got a song here, y'all got a song there. Now, if you were to put a percentage on the rap music that you've listened to, what percentage of it would you say is positive? Or that you've heard, not even at the specific artist you listen to, but like of just the overall rap music that you heard, what percentage of it would you say is positive, right? Because an issue that we have primarily, especially in the Black community, I think, and in a lot of communities, is starting to impact. Rap music has this impact on entertainment now. You don't see them talking about the benefit of families. You don't see them about the benefit of saving and financing. It's party all the time, do a lot of drugs, fuck a lot of hoes, shoot anybody that disrespects you, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the majority of the message. Like, I would say 93% of the music you'll hear, that's what it is. Ron Isley is a known info manipulator, and I'm expecting a call from you when I open the Denline. But I want to bring it back to Dolph real quick, because I'm not glorifying his death. Like I said, he was an artist I like listening to. I think we know the history behind it. I know we know, people saying this, people saying that. People feel like certain individuals have ties to what it could be. I don't know, right? I don't know. It's really none of my business. I don't live in Memphis. But we know Memphis is a wild place. We know there's a couple other places, I hate to say it, primarily Black, wild places, though, like wild places. I want to flip the script again real quick, though. Going back to the rap music. And this is not even to make it a racial issue, but I'm pointing out certain things, because it's not to say that I'm shitting on niggas, but I'm just saying we have to change the perspective of shit, okay? I want y'all to tell me, other than Mac Miller, and that was a drug over, tell me the Latin, and Mac Miller doesn't even count. Let me take it out, but let me put a caveat in my thing. Who's the last white rapper you know that's gotten shot and killed? Yeah, I grew up on Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia. Shit, I'm 10 Club, dog. Dealing with some players like to hit it from the back. Like, come on, late night tip. Like, all that shit, dog. Project Pat, Gorilla Pimp. I'm a gorilla on a hoe. Like, all that shit, dog. And I'm telling y'all this as a motherfucker who grew up. So it's not to be a hypocrite, because I understand being younger. What I'm saying is not going to sit right with a lot of people. This is because of age and experience and observation. As I've grown up, right? You know what I'm saying? That they videotape before they defend someone committing a crime. Oh man. Stop the capping white persuasion. But here's the thing, right? Yeah, Chicago's a whole different thing, right? But I can't honestly name you. I honestly can't tell you. I honestly cannot. I cannot tell you a white rapper that's had this issue. And there's been plenty of white rappers. So there's been enough white rappers, though, I think, you know what I'm saying? But I think there's enough that at this rate, enough well-known white rappers that you would think that, you at least have an incident or two. Hello, Michelle. I'm sorry I didn't see you. The chat was moving a little bit. Shout out to Michelle. Always good to see you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't this as prevalent? Who is the little white dude that used to be with 3-6? There's a white rapper that killed a black motel security guard well, why aren't y'all hollering racist? Because the black nigga had a job and he was working for the Popo, and the white guy was invited to the cookout. Is that what's going on here? Interesting. But Struggle Jennings, I'm not even familiar with who that is. I'm not shitting on niggas. I'm just making comparisons, because this is the same culture, rap culture, right? We're talking about rap culture, so it is what it is. Okay, well, if it's rap culture, let's talk about white rappers. Let's talk about black rappers. I know some Mexican rappers out there they rapping in Spanish, so I don't know what they talking about, but they're probably going through too. It's a while. As a matter of fact, I think in Houston, there was an incident. So actually, it was in Houston. It was maybe about a year ago. There was some Mexican rappers shooting a deal, and some niggas got laid out. Like 3 people got killed, I think. So, and like I said, so it is what it is. But, and I'm not saying, oh, well, and white people are inherently nicer, and they're just. I'm just saying, like, why do niggas feel like we got to take it all the way there, right? Exactly. Devontae Travis, appreciate it. And that's a line that nobody likes to quote from Pac. That's a line a lot of people like to skip over from Pac. Like a lot of people like to act like he didn't say that, Pac said a lot of shit, but niggas act like they never heard that. They say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. And that's the fucking problem. And so that's why I say whether you're a rapper, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, even if you're an athlete, the athlete's the worst, right? Leave, because you think there's love. All the love that you can get out, all the fake love people can give you, because you made it, people got that love for you. If you was just another nigga on the street, motherfucker, step over you, get a job, grouch. It's the love of because you got money, because you done made it, because you, quote unquote, giving back to the hood. And that's another thing I don't understand. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who chooses to do so. I'm not knocking anybody who chooses to give back to the hood. But the hood has never given shit to anybody. So why do people feel like it's necessary for people to give back to the hood? We'll talk about that. But it only takes 2 or 3 niggas to not like you, and it'd be a bad situation. I had a partner, went to the league, went back home, they set that nigga up. Robbed him. Fucking, you wonder why people making they leave? You can't have nice things in the neighborhood. Motherfuckers feel like you owe them something. Motherfuckers see you as an easy lick. You try to do the right thing. Beyond, oh no, not me. Shout out to Beyond the Funny. If you ain't follow Beyond the Funny nigga on the gram, well, what are you doing with yourself? But again, and I know a lot of this shit sounds callous. Oh, you hate your people. You hate this. You hate that. No, I don't. I say these things because I feel like niggas need to tighten up. Like all this other shit that's going on, all these groups, none of these motherfuckers doing nothing for you. I've said 1,000 times, I've not met one nigga who could tell me what BLM has done since they first heard of it that has benefited. What since the first time you've heard the phrase BLM, how has it improved your life? Never. Why isn't BLM in Memphis right now marching for the black life that got assassinated today? Don't matter. If they would have thought it was a cop they killed, they'd be out there. Because to BLM, black lives only matter if it's a white life that takes us. Do black lives really matter? Or do they care more about white lives? Not to mention these hoes ain't Lord, appreciate the love, it's all an illusion. I agree. Houston rappers, a little bit of a difference. The Fat Pat story was a little bit different. Hawk was a little bit different. Those were tragic. We got some thoughts to talk about that, but that's a whole different stream. Absolutely, Ronald. And that's what I'm saying. But you got Sean King, the Caucasian King. Terrible. But again, and I'm glad people are starting to really realize that, because when what happens, they did it so smooth, right? Because they took a phrase that, yeah, it makes sense. It's a phrase that makes sense. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, let's put it out there. If you're against Black Lives Matter, and you're a terrible person. But no, it's not about that. I believe in that. They do matter. I think all lives matter. Oh, black people got off the string. God damn it. But I think every life is important. So my thing is, this man right here who just got killed, why doesn't his life matter? Why ain't you march? Why ain't the parade there? Why ain't Colors and the crew? Why aren't they down there? Right? Why aren't they down there? Why aren't they down there marching to find out who took this black life? Because it don't matter. It don't fucking matter, because ain't no money be made off that. Niggas in the hood, we can't make no money off of them motherfuckers, right? Mission statement about holding people in power accountable. Okay. Mission statement is about fucking dismantling the black family and making y'all weaker, making sure there ain't no men in the home. It's the same shit, certain thing that happened in the 60s. Anyway, yeah, they put out a curfew. They've done a whole bunch of nonsense, right? And it's crazy because motherfuckers expect to get wild. And it's not the first time. Remember I did a story about Brandon Weber. He was from Memphis a while back, and the feds came in and killed him after he had shot a guy who stole his car, like in like Mississippi. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So these are enough case examples as to why CS people leave the hood. Nipsey, Mo3, Dobie, Proof, Soldier Slim, Chinks, and Young Dolph. Yeah, man. Again, Nip was doing great things. Who killed him? Some bum ass nigga. Some bum ass nigga. Appreciate the super chat love. Some bum ass nigga killed Nipsey, dog. Fucking Mo3. Nigga was fucking with a bitch. Some hating ass niggas killed this nigga on the highway, dog. And it's crazy because you love these people and you see their music and you hear all this the stuff, the gangster shit they tell me. It only takes one. It only takes one L. It only takes one L, and they got these people dying in the street like dogs. Motherfuckers don't go out in a blaze of glory like the movies, bro. This ain't a movie, bro. It's fucked up. But again, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. It's fucked up, right? Because why this thing keeps happening is because you glorify these people. You glorify the energy that's around it. If niggas said, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of niggas dying. I'm tired of we're not fucking with it no more. Right? We're not fucking with it no more. You know, I'm not supporting, I'm not buying the music, I'm not going to the shows, I'm not doing none of that. Would it change up? Like what would happen then? We don't care about the ghetto story anymore. I'm a firm believer of you get the energy you put out. You get the energy you surround yourself with. So if you listen to shit about robbing, about murder, death, fucking niggas over, because a lot of this shit y'all listen to, y'all may not even realize this shit. Motherfuckers is talking about fucking people over, though. Like, St. Louis, I see. Motherfuckers is talking about fucking people over. Y'all may not even peep it because you like the artist. But in reality, the shit these motherfucking rapping is scumbag shit. And a lot of this new shit, this fucking slime shit and this little grimy and all of like, you're celebrating people who are on some scumbag behavior. Like, you're celebrating people who, if they did this to you, you would not be too fond of. But because you're just listening to a story, you know. But guess what? 9 times out of 10, these stories have happened to somebody. And do you think the person that this shit had happened to, they feel the same way? A lot of people crying about some of these rappers who done caught a lot of bodies, right? Do you think the people who they killed or who, you know, allegedly they killed, do you think they feeling the same way? How do you think they felt when they found out this person is the one that, you know, took the life of somebody they love? There's always a different side of this shit, right? There's always a different side of this shit. People don't ever want to look at it. They always want to look at, you know, their perspective. It's always a different side of it. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to talk for a long time. I'm going to open up the line. Give me just a second. Let me fix this crazy green look I got going. I just look like I'm in a fucking sewer with the Ninja Turtles. Just... This looks crazy. Why don't you do it? Don't you do it? Don't you do that? It's gonna do it. All right, there we go. I thought it was gonna try to fuck up on me. All right. That's part of it. All right. So, goddamn. Say Chicago rappers, Lil Jojo, LA Capone, E.I, FBG Duck, King Von. That's what I'm saying. And Chicago's got that shit is a track. Like, if you're signing up to be a rapper in Chicago, you sign up for a death wish, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's a death wish. I don't know. The colors are all fucking crazy acted. Super crazy acted. All right. Bada bing, bada boom, Betty boop. Got a call coming in. Let me fix the green behind me. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Oh, who else, man?
Oh, Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Hey, man, I'm all right, bro. Look, man, my condolences to Adolph Thornton's family. That was Young Dolph's real name. That's fucked up. And apparently he was like live streaming. He was at a cookie shop or some shit. Yeah, Illusion. Yeah, I'm here, bro. Actually, I want to be serious. I try not to crack too many jokes because this shit is just tiring at this point. But I'll probably say some retarded shit at one point. So I think you get a laugh in or two. So, you know, hope you enjoy yourself, brother. It's just crazy. Yeah, the things that is too, it's insane, the rapidity of this. You know, and that's just the rappers that got killed in Chicago. Never mind just the random shooters what's that? Jakira Barnes, Lil G, and then God, so many other people. Jesus Christ. Not to mention the civilians, the kids that get shot going to school. Hadia Pendleton, Darren Albert, he get shot. He got beat over the head, and his death got put on World Star. That's when it really clicked me. I was like back in early 2010s. That's when I was like, it's really disgusting over there. I mean, that's disgusting. You beat a kid over the head with like a railroad tie, some big piece of metal. Clunk, you can hear it from like fucking like 20 feet away. You see it. It's insane. This is just another case example, man. Look, bro, like you said, man, you can do everything. You can do everything right. All it takes is one dude who don't like you, and it's a rap. Rap, toe tag, dirt nap. That's it. That's it. That's it. What was it with Nipsey? It was some dude there in the same gang, Wayne the Blood. He's like, yo, the Blood did something. No, it was a Crip. Some dude named Shitty Cuz. And apparently Shitty Cuz was down and out. And I guess Nipsey didn't fuck with his mixtape or something. And then he was with a female, and the female says, oh, Nipsey look good. And this nigga bummy, you got this bummy ass nigga. And then you his girl comment Nipsey also. That nigga went to savage mode. He said he rolled her back on the scene like an hour later, said, you done. Shot in front of everybody, bro. And you know, the whole thing about Dr. CB documentary and Nick Cannon's going to continue the documentary. And I mean, I don't know what money he insulted the Tiny Hat Brigade. You know, they kind of fuck with your money when you do that. But I don't think this had anything to do with a documentary, the Illuminati, supposed to with LAPD. It just takes one ignorant ass fool to end your existence. That's it. I want people to understand how fragile life is. I think we're spoiled in this country in terms of, you know, the safety nets we have in terms of like, you know, like social systems and, I mean, healthcare ain't free, but if you get shot, they'll have to take care of you. Yeah. You know, deal with the bill later. You know, some countries, good luck. I think people really underestimate how good we got it here, but don't worry, that's probably going away in the next few years. So don't worry, we're all on the same plateau soon enough. So let's enjoy while it lasts.
Here's my question. Yeah, pardon me, I know I look crazy on the screen. Here's my question. This has happened. This has happened time and time and time again, right? Over and over and over and over and over. Why is it that it seems as though people have not? They're not willing to accept it. Like it always has to be some crazy conspiracy. It always has to be some outside entity who's just, you know, undermining black people. Why is it so hard for some people to accept that niggas fuck niggas over on a regular basis? I mean, they making songs about it. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, why is it so hard for motherfuckers to understand that shit?
I ran up on the plug twice. I mean, shit. What? I think when you have to look intrinsically at not just perhaps your actions, but actions of people like you, your community, you'll have to take accountability of things. And accountability, a lot of people are allergic to that shit. They don't like to be accountable for their own actions. They don't want that, you know. I think it's the notion of accountability. Now, you weren't the one that killed that kid, or you weren't the one doing a drive-by and shot the house up. Sure, you weren't. But no one's even going to give an anonymous tip to the police like, hey, I think it's these dudes here. They were bragging about it, you know, at the gas station or whatever. So I know they live over there. They might have a gun over there. You ain't got to like tap a cop on the shoulder. Hey, officer, it's them. No, you don't have to do that. They get anonymous tip. They kick in the door. What do they find? They find. You know? So,
you know, you made a good point there, though, because here's the thing, right? And it's going to ruffle some feathers. You're going to be, I don't like what he's saying. Why is it that niggas, you know, we look at this shit, you know, again, you know, rappers are viewed as icons and leaders in the community, right? Well, niggas are killing your leaders in the community. But yet, you know, not only just the leaders, but, you know, like I say, a lot of these places where the rappers are dying tend to be communities where niggas are getting knocked off on the daily. You know, high murder rates, high crime rates. But people would rather let this take place amongst each other than, like you said, hey, you know what? Let me call the law. Let me prevent this from happening to the next person, or maybe prevent it happening to me. I'm living amongst these people. I'm living amongst domestic terrorists, but for some reason, maybe they've been convinced that the law is worse. If you look at the statistics, we know it's a significant difference. It's not even close. But why do you think people are more afraid of that? Do they think that there's repercussions from people in their neighborhood or from these people? But like you said, there's anonymous options. Like, what do you feel? What do you think is the real issue with that?
No, I think some of it is fear, definitely. I mean, if this guy has no problem shooting somebody, shooting another young man, let's say, for example, a classic story, two dudes getting a fight over some female at a party. And we'll keep it in the black community because I've heard that story too many times to count. And he shoots in front of like 10 people. And then he dips out. No one says anything. Well, first off, you're scared of this guy because obviously he doesn't care about anyone's well-being. And then, too, someone finds out, obviously, there's a whole thing of, you're working with the cops, you a snitch, but you're a civilian. See, a lot of these criminals have people tricked to thinking, like, you talk to the cops, then you a snitch. No. I want you away from me. Yeah, you were too dumb to do it in public. If you were mad at that dude, you should have snuck up on him and shot him, and then no one would have known. But some of these people are so full of bravado, some of these criminals are so emboldened for why, I don't know. They'll do shit like that in public and just not give a shit. That scares me. I'm sure being high off of pills and cocaine and all sorts of shit doesn't help. So,
Oh, well.
Crime Stoppers. Yeah, Crime Stoppers. Call Crime Stoppers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, well, Dan, and normally I agree with you 100%. And we usually talk,
okay.
But you made one mistake here. You made one grave mistake. You called them a criminal.
All right.
We all know that they're justice-involved persons now. They're no longer criminals. They're justice-involved persons. We don't want to put a stigma on them with the word criminal. We gotta make sure we respect their dignity, even if they may not respect their own dignity.
You know what? You're right, man. I mean, it's a new day, man. I have to diversify my thought process. I have to justify why some what was that phrase you said again?
Yeah, I guess a justice-involved person.
Okay, a justice-involved person. I have to find some legitimate excuse why I should, accept a justice-involved person killing a child. Mm-hmm. I was actually watching the story before I went on here. What was the young girl's name? Let me see. I just had it saved. Jalea Baker, 9-year-old girl, getting out of her, I think her mother's car, getting picked up from school, shot and killed. Young black girl. In Richmond, which is near where I live, two kids got killed. A 9-year-old Hispanic kid and a 14-year-old black kid. This happens every goddamn day. Kids keep getting murdered, and the majority of black communities, a lot of this shit's happening in. And it's majority of black kids getting killed, and we're talking children, or teens and younger. Just go to the gun memorial. Fuck me. Go look up Memphis. Look up St. Louis. They have it by city. Y'all can look this up. I ain't making a goddamn thing up. But you know what? A mass murderer once said that one death is a tragedy and a million is a statistic. Shout out to Stalin. I mean, he's a piece of shit who murdered millions of his own people, but when you're right, you're right. Correct. That's why the death of, say, Mr. Floyd, they can manifest that to, guilt people out of money and to, essentially start race wars. And there'll be another one maybe soon enough. We'll see what's up with that trial. We'll see. I see they putting bricks out and shit. We'll see what happens.
The magic
but I'm leave that alone. Oh, what's up, man?
So the magic bricks are back.
Oh yes, those bricks, all white bricks, all brown bricks. I'm sorry. But they don't care as long as it ain't their kids. They don't care. Yeah. They don't give a shit. How many times I've called here for damn near 2 years at least? I started calling in 2019. It's been about 2 years. And probably a bit longer. And one of the things I've been consistent on is mentioning some of these stories I hear about these innocent people getting murdered by this rampant criminality. And yes, the one, majority of the time they are Democrat-ran cities. So, I mean, what can you do? Yes. But I don't think they care. I think they're kids. So you know what? Fuck them kids. They don't give a fuck about them. Yeah. I'm going to stop talking about it. What's the point? And look, I know I just said fuck them kids. I don't believe that. But the lack of, I've gotten into a conversation with somebody who totally ignored this rampant criminality. They're more mad about police brutality, what happens at a very lower number, the black and white police brutality. And half the time, those cases, it's not police brutality. Correct. It's this person was extremely irrational, and the cops had to escalate their force continuum. I did some security work in the Navy. I understand the force continuum measure. You have light controls to heavy controls. Light controls is talking to somebody and like putting a hand on them to calm them down. Verbal commands, physical commands, and then maybe detainment, and then it goes like a taser, baton, and then a gun or mace, then a gun. So there's levels to this. If you are the kind of person who will jump out of the car then you might turn it up to 11 off the jump. The cop don't know what you got,
Correct.
and that's just the sad truth of the sad fact of the matter. Now don't worry. Look, and I'm not one of these guys who blindly says, back to blue. No, there's corrupt ass cops everywhere. Fuck that, okay? And that's why I argue for body cams on all cops at all times while they're on duty, while they have detained people in custody. Keep the mic on, keep the camera on. That way you can catch the cop on some fuck shit. And you also catch some of the shit they deal with.
Correct.
So, we can just kill that right there.
And I think that if people saw a little bit more, I mean, because, it's always easy to watch, Cops, and you kind of laugh about it, some of these other shows. But I think if you saw a lot more of this unedited, real world interactions that take place, that I think people would see things differently. And I think, like you said, it would also decide from where they kind of over abuse the power versus to where, that person was out of control, and I think it's a lot more of that going on because it's easy, especially when you get these stories filtered through newspapers or various forms of media, which, certain groups have a little bit more control over. People are going to paint narratives a certain way. If you've been following the Kyle trial, you know that a lot of these people have been writing it a certain kind of way so that people get a certain kind of take from it. You know what I mean? And so, so I think, if you let people see live and direct what a lot of these officers were dealing with, I think we'd have a different perspective all the way around for the people involved and for the officers involved. I think you could weed out those bad apples much more quickly.
Yeah. Like I said, like you said it just exactly, man. I'm not blind to think that every cop is, a saint. That's ridiculous. But also, everyone they pull over ain't a saint either.
Right.
I know that for a goddamn fact. I mean, it's ridiculous. But back to the subject at hand, these dead rappers. Like you said right before I called in, man, dog, if you're trying to become a rapper right now, bro, man, good luck, bro. Salute, bro. Good luck, man. Either you're going to be some shitty-ass SoundCloud rapper, like Island Boy. Well, they blowing up, though. They blowing up. They're blowing up, man.
How motherfuckers take their music and actually make it sound good? That's the crazy part. Somebody took their shit and remixed it and made it sound actually decent. That's crazy stuff. Oh, man. So I got a question about rappers. So like, if you declare yourself as a rapper, right, as your form of employment, like if you go a while without dropping like a mixtape or an album, do you get unemployment for that? Like, how does that work? Hey, I ain't dropped an album in 2 years. I'm on unemployment. Like I don't know. I'm talking shit, to try to make light of the situation a little bit. But it's crazy that I don't know. I think if you went probably by percentage of or whatever. Rapping might be it might be in the top 5 like most dangerous professions in the world, or like it's crazy, right? Like I don't understand either. It might be drugs or guns. One of them gonna get you.
Oh my God! It's like that whole lifestyle, that whole living on the edge and shit like that. Look, some part of that is kind of attractive when you're younger, mattering on your upbringing. You and look. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a thug. You already can tell that. I'm what you might call a soft Negro, a house nigger, as I've been called by other black people. And y'all wonder why I say what I say about the black community. Actually, don't wonder. I tell you why I say what I say about the black community. I was never in that shit, but I have people I'm related to into that shit. And for a little while, it's sure it's attractive. The quick money, there's always some females who's just trying to get some roll off money so she can get you some roll off pussy. And it is what it is. There is some attractions to that, but the cost benefit analysis of that life is insane. Mike, mainstream rapper and underground rap together. You know what? You have a point there. Cause but problem is a lot of this underground stuff's getting mainstream. Look at that Chirac drill shit. That shit went to the UK. They got drill rap in the UK and shit. That's getting big, man. So at one point, a lot of these record execs. Well, what's the boy, KK, the race? He got a record deal on the run, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think they tried to work something out with him, but that didn't work out in this situation. And I agree with Mike. Like we may be, but like you said about the underground, because there's so many mediums to put your shit out there. It's not. I don't even know if it's really like underground anymore. It's just kind of. You're either in this little kind of genre, it's always those type of people who like shit that everybody's not listening to. That's generally what kind of blows somebody up. And then maybe they cross over, they perform with another artist or something. But like, there are people who are making millions. Who's the dude? I don't think he's signed. I don't know. We were just talking about him earlier. Who were we talking about? What's his name? NBA Young Boy.
Oh
We were
Lord.
talking about him. I don't think you would consider him mainstream, but this dude has like
Right.
a gajillion views on fucking. That's a good one, Heidi. A minus. But that he has millions of views on each of his videos, right? So he's like, well, no, he's getting more popularity than some, what you would call mainstream rappers. Like, and so that's why I don't even know if like the underground, it's a thing, but you got to be like way, way underground and not be relevant. But it's like, if you got a little push behind you, you drop your shit on World Star or whatever the fuck it is, like, it's way different now.
Bro, he's signed to Atlantic.
Oh, he signed. Oh, so okay. So yeah, but then I would definitely say he's
So
mainstream.
he does have a. I mean, I don't know how underground you are when you have like a mainstream label.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that moves you underground. He might act underground, but he's got mainstream money to fuck with. And man, Illusion mentioned. Yes, Canada's got some violence. It's all rap motivated. Yeah, Toronto, man. The dot, as Drake said,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like that, bro. That lifestyle is addictive, I suppose, but I don't see enough people fall to the wayside over that shit.
Yeah,
People I'm close with, family and friends.
Yeah, I thought all Canadians did was play hockey and, ride on mooses.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game done changed, man. Actually, no, it just got more fierce. Yeah, the Wire, man. Wire, boy. It got more fierce. What was it? Slim Charles? Well, that motherfucker beast, bro.
And again, so let me correct myself about the NBA Young Boy thing. But before he got signed, he made a nice wave for himself, because that's what the modern day thing gets you now. Because you got motherfuckers who have hundreds of thousands, or if not a million followers before people get on. There's a lot of these people who clocked out, and people are like, who the fuck is that? And they have like this huge fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah, dog. The little niggas love NBA. The chick gave her 5-year-old a fucking NBA Young Boy birthday party. This nigga got the haircut and the pants. I'm like, he's lost. He ain't even made it to 6 and he's done. It's a wrap for him. He's gonna be in juvie in 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? And back to the main subject. I mean, I love diverting by all means, but I don't want to take up too much time tonight, sir. I always say that. Then 30 minutes later. But like the real tragedy of this whole thing is like the whole thing about being like kind of a thug and gangsters, like getting respect from your hood, from the community. Oh, I would assume so, right? Does that make sense? What I just said, getting respect from the dudes around. Oh yeah, he putting people on, man. Yeah, on, man. But a lot of these rappers get killed in these same communities that's supposed to respect them. Like he can't be touched. Nipsey got shot in front of his own fucking store by someone in his own fucking gang in the middle of the fucking day. How depressingly disrespectful is that? I suppose Nipsey disrespected him first, trying to stun him. Say, I heard you was snitching on people. You said in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
So Nipsey didn't do him any favors. This is what witnesses say. This ain't that Dr. Sebi shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow. Your own gang in front of your own store in your own community.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he had made the what was the store called, the Marathon?
Yes. Marathon.
Now if he opened his shit in like Redondo Beach or some shit, he wouldn't have gotten shot.
Mm.
I guarantee you that fucking shit. But Alex, I don't know Redondo Beach's ethnic background and population, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he would have got shot. I don't know, but that shit's sad. Proof got shot in the club in Detroit. D12, Eminem. I ain't say they put Detroit on the map, but they brought Detroit back for a while, and he got killed in Detroit. This shit is sad, bro. This fucking this it's ridiculous, and it guarantees some ain't shit asshole ain't doing shit with his life. Probably caught another body earlier, and they're like, for whatever dumbass reason, they decided to smoke this dude who's on his way up or done came up already. Yep. Yeah, and man, Boozy, man, hypnotized with hatred, man. And the minute every time a rapper dies, if Vlad did an interview with him, Vlad TV, he does a flashback interview and he gets like 100,000 views. Someone's gonna make money off your death one way or another. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, he dropped that immediately. He made sure he's like, yeah, I interviewed Mo3 and Dolph on the same day, and it's crazy. Yep. So he made sure to put all that out there. But again, I blame niggas for Vlad. So that's
he's trying to get some roll off like gangster credit. Well, like shut the fuck up and interview people, bro. That's all I gotta do. Shut the fuck up. That's all I got, man. This shit is sad, bro. Look, man. And like I said, man, they don't care about these kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the tragedy of someone who comes back to their community to hang out with people that they know, maybe to do good for people, stuff. I heard Young Dolph was doing good things, like in terms of like a charity. I think someone mentioned. Yeah, Infinity. Yeah, it really did die when he died, bro. I mean, he was the dude that kind of helped put Eminem on. You know, he kind of. That's what the story I told. I used to fuck with Detroit heavy, but yeah, it fell off after that, bro. And I understand why. But it just said if all these rappers like getting killed, you know, doesn't like kind of spark somebody like there's a serious issue in our community. Yeah, actually, no, never mind. If these kids getting murdered in these ridiculous numbers doesn't spark something in the community like we need to do a 180, then what's a dead rapper? I'm just look. I'm sorry these guys got murdered. I really am. It's fucked up. But if there's apathy about children getting murdered, then what do you expect from an adult?
Yeah.
You know. But if a white person that did it,
Memphis would be burning.
You already know what it is.
It would be burning right now. It would be I mean, like talking about national, it would be a rap. You know what I'm saying? So, no pun intended. Talking about a rap, but it's just it would be it'd be a whole different conversation. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I say with a lot of niggas is like the Black lives or not. I'm not even talking about necessarily BLM, but a lot of black folks like, yeah, it's sad, it's tragic, it's unfortunate. Well, why is this not a problem? Because this shit happens so much. But then, if this happened to be a white person or some Asian person beating somebody up in their beauty store, now we need change. This needs to be fixed right fucking now. This is a problem, and we need legislation. And it's like, why don't you have that same passion? Why don't you have that same passion when this is happening to each and every individual? Like, all of this fucking matters. But again, yeah, like you said, Mark, Blake Shelton ain't worried about nobody running up on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, you know, they're not country music beefing. I'm pretty sure, you know, and I know back in the gap, like rappers, well, not rappers, some of those, you know, more classic rock folks took little subtle shots. You know what I'm saying? What did it say? Oh, tell O'Neal, Southern man don't need him around anyhow. A little shit like that, but they ain't get to shooting at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It's just like, you know, it's just like little shit like that. And again, I don't get it, but the culture is so, like I said, it's ego, you know, it's braggadocious, it's I got to prove I'm tougher than you. And once one of these things has happened, you know, you have to take it, you know, I have to push it that much further. So now you didn't see the nigga and get shot, and well, I got to take it further than the next man, right? And it's back and forth. So here we are.
Yeah. Howdy. I mean, that's all I got, man. Look, RIP that man and his family, but, you know, before the year's end, there'll probably be another dead rapper. It just matters how famous he is and how much depressed he'll get. I mean, it's not surprising at this point. And there'll be more dead civilians, more dead children, more dead young black children. And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting black kids over white kids, none. When a kid gets murdered, it is a sin against nature. Parents shouldn't be burying their children. That is insane, but it's such common occurrence. And before I leave, now here's my thing, and I just want people to understand where I'm coming from. So now, yes, crime is kind of a, you know, a situation, not situational, but like location based. Yo, black people gonna do more crime as black people, white people do more crime as white people. I understand that, but the rapidity and the nature and the amount of homicides, that should give one pause to say like, hey, there's certain issues in this community, and look. You're and that whole shit that happened last summer where people did the social media bullshit where they blacked out their profiles, all that foolish shit I sit out Facebook for, that does nothing. That solves absolutely nothing. It's just pandering. It's just showing I'm woke, I'm down with the cause, like those social media influencers who did it like a Snapchat or a self-put on Instagram at a BLM protest, and then they went right back in their Uber and went right back to their little studio apartment. Those fucking cunts. There's a lot of those white women. Shout out to white woman, but some of y'all on some bullshit, straight up, so you accept that. It's just pandering. They're not getting to the issue situation, which in my humble opinion, it's three things. The propping up of this thug culture, the destruction of the black family, and being dependent on governmental assistance instead of having sort of a resolve to kind of do it yourself. But I mean, yeah, Planned Parenthood. Oh man, Planned Parenthood, bro. I'm surprised black people, they ain't less black. I'm surprised it's still 12, 13% of black people. I'm surprised it's not less. At this point, given the murders and abortions. But I'm gonna stop there. It's gonna offend somebody. I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah,
bro.
Dan, you over there using the white man's statistics, Dan. How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just fashion. Like, you're right, Hottie. You're right, Hottie. But that's all I got, man. Look, just sad, bro. R.I.P. to the young girl who got killed. R.I.P. them 2 boys who got killed. R.I.P. to young Dolph. There'll be more deaths, though, so just accept that. Lord. You have a good night, man.
All right, Dan, man. I appreciate the call as always. You have a good evening, sir.
You too. How you doing, Sarah? How are y'all?
Like I said, it's sad, man, because the shit's not gonna change. We can sit here and talk about it. It happens every time. Every rapper that comes in, it's multiple. I saw Devontae mentioned about the I think it was Devontae mentioned about the 200 video, the video with the 200 rappers, and that's crazy. That's crazy, right? 200 fucking rappers died. I don't even know 200 rappers. You know what I mean? And that's the wild shit about it, right? Yeah, and I agree. Like, and that's the thing with me is just like ego's a motherfucker, dog. Like it's some wild shit because you knew that there was hostility, you know, that there was tension in your city, but you know niggas feel like, hey, this is my city. I got to do what I got to do. I get it, man. But of all the things that happened prior to that, and you did not resolve the issue prior to that, it's a very dangerous situation. And I don't put it past, like, I don't know, right? And like I said, it just, anything could be anything. Because it could be some young nigga in the street wanting to get some little stripes for himself, right? It could be just some little nigga. Like, you don't know the level of hatred and envy. And I talk about this shit. You know, people don't like it, but there is a level of jealousy in impoverished communities, especially in black communities, because we're told, you know, that we are owed something for this and we owed something for that. Now, you're not owed nothing for anything but the work you fucking put in. And, you know, motherfuckers be just like the same dudes you grew up with will be mad because you decide, hey, I'm gonna go this route, I'm gonna put this work in, no matter what it may be. Like I say, if you were selling dope, if you was working a 9 to 5, you went to college and got you a degree or whatever it is, and you're living better, them motherfuckers still on the corner doing the same shit, or they at the same clubs with the same old hoes and, you know, living the same old, and they see you doing good, they feel like because they know you, you know, you owe them. So I know you owe. That's how motherfuckers feel like. And I don't know where that's ever come from. I don't know where that mentality has come from. I've said it 1,000 times on this channel. You don't see Bill Gates throwing fucking shoe giveaways in the fucking trailer park, right? You don't see fucking, you know, none of this crazy shit. Yeah, they're giving to charities and they're doing all these other things, but they're not pulling up and again, I'm sure Bill Gates has securities fucking rich as shit, but motherfuckers are not involved in controversy. He's not telling Elon, pull up your bitch ass nigga. You a hoe. I fucked your bitch. I ain't telling Jeff Bezos some off the light. And again, you can say, oh, this is different. Well, why is this different? Because when niggas get into professions, when black people get into professions, we separate black people, black Americans from, you know, niggas, when I'm speaking. When black people get into professions, they get into, you know, legitimate situations. You see they don't have these problems. But you do got a lot of niggas who still embrace, like, the culture is weird in America, right? Because there is no rite of passage as a black man. Right? For some reason, even motherfuckers who grow up middle class, you see it on college campuses all the time, college campuses. And you'll see niggas who grew up well and in nice homes with everything they could have ever wanted in their life, get on these fucking, you know, get out on there and try to start, you know, being hard, or got to prove that they some kind of gangster, or that they, you know, that they tough, or that they this, or that they that. They... what's the word? They evolve downward. You know what I mean? They diminish themselves to try to prove themselves to somebody that in reality that they're above. Right? I know people say, oh, well, everybody's equal. No, the fuck not. Everybody's not equal. Like, you're equal when you first pop out the pussy. That's like it. And honestly, not even it. You're only equal like at conception. You know what I'm saying? Man, we can have that talk. Now, like I said, this is the den, man. We can talk about it all. And so, like, with no rite of passage, what happens is there's no consensus. And when a motherfucker tells you You know, you're a man now. You need to start behaving like a man. You need to start acting like a man. With women running the conversation, people say, oh, patriarchy, that's what kills me. Black women talking about patriarchy because being black in America is a matriarchy. It's majority women running the households, majority women raising the kids. And you could say, well, why is that happening? We can get into that discussion, but we can tell you what the outcome of that discussion is motherfuckers are not being raised to stand on their 10 and learn how to win, right? They come up with this mentality that, you know, something holding you back from, man, this is America, bro. If an African can come from fucking overseas, not knowing nothing, nobody, and don't know how, and find success, you can do the same shit too. You're already here. You got the head fucking start, but we'd rather tell ourselves we getting fucked over, right? And why we tell ourselves that? Because we listen to this music where these motherfuckers talk about how we getting fucked over, the cop shoot. A nigga will say in the same fucking 16, he'll drop a 16 and say in that same 16, I he done bodied 20 niggas and then talk about, man, the cops, they fucking with me. Make the shit make sense. Make it make sense. All right, Demar. If we're gonna blame somebody, we gotta blame. There has to be some race that we can blame in here. Let me think about it. Let me think how I can. I gotta make this the white man's fault somehow. Give me a minute. I'll figure it out. See, like I said, maybe back in the day I would have been able to say, well, the A&Rs and the major labels, you know, they're all white. That's what they want. But now you got rappers as A&Rs now. If we were successful, they still put out the same shit. But like I said, when I was saying earlier too, that I blame the people. This is what people want. People want to hear the impoverished. Like, think about it. Think about this, right? What black movies do you find tend to be the most successful? We're talking mainly black cast. It's going to be one of two things. If it is more of a well-to-do, you know, people doing all right for themselves type movie, it's going to be a lot of slander, going to be a lot of messiness, a lot of cheating, a lot of that type of stuff, you know, like a lot of messy shit going on. If it's a comedy, it's got to be in the hood, or 9 times out of 10 it's going to be some old street shit, some old, like niggas will watch these B-level movie gangster shits and love them, right? We was talking about this shit earlier. Everybody loves Shotters. No, Shotters was not that good of a movie, bro. Like, I like Shotters. Don't get it twisted. It's cool. It was not that good of a movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? But so again, black wedding movies, Heidi. There's like 2 of those. But this is what I'm saying. And it's like what you embrace as a culture. Because here's the thing. People are going to sell you what you want. So if niggas wanted more movies with black professionals doing, you know, better shit, then that's what you would get. But all the movies you get, niggas selling dope, niggas rapping, niggas shooting each other. And you go, well, the niggas are going to watch it. Well, we're going to sell it to them. They're definitely going to watch it. You're going to either get top, you know, we were talking about this shit the other day, right? We were talking about this shit the other day in the Discord. Make sure y'all are part of the Discord, man, because we had these conversations all day long. It's a great thing to be in. I'll put the link in here. I'm going to put the link in there because, man, we have we take these conversations as a group to the next level because, you know, we can chat, voice chat, and all that other good stuff in the Discord. And certain things you just can't say on the tube. So I'm going to make sure I put that link in there. But this is why Tyler Perry continues to make the same movie for y'all. I've never watched a Tyler Perry movie, right? I've heard of him. I've heard the legacies of the Tyler Perry movie. But he makes the same movie for you. Light-skinned good guy, dark-skinned bad guy. Woman finds herself in a bad relationship. The gardener, light-skinned, to come and save her ass and shows her the better side of the world. She lifts him up into manhood or whatever. Or some angry black woman doing some old crazy shit, right? But he sells you the same movie. People are like, why don't he change it up? Why don't he change it up? He needs to change the shit up. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. This nigga's out here taking good jobs from old black women in Hollywood, playing fucking Medea, He doesn't have to change it up because you're going to continue to watch. You're going to continue to support it because this is what niggas want. They want the same old shit. People say they want change. They don't want change. When it comes to the music, Lupe, and I guess I shouldn't put him in the no more rap category because Lupe don't really be talking about the nonsense and dumb shit. He provides a level of social commentary. There's some things he said earlier, maybe this year, that I was like, gosh, shame on you, Lupe. But as far as his music, liking what you know him for, Lupe makes great, thought-provoking music. It's great music. It's just, the motherfucker can rap. He's on a level very few are on, right? Do you think niggas listen to Lupe? Like, niggas don't fucking listen. Oh, yeah, of course they got Dolph on a t-shirt. They was waiting for that. Like, niggas don't fucking listen to Lupe, right? In a room for furry searching for the that's crazy. That is super wild. Oh, I just got shit. Put it right here. Here's the link. Make sure y'all use it. Expires in like 12 hours, I think. Tyler Perry needs to be boycotted. I would agree. The 11-year-old kid, yeah, I seen that, man. Look, I got a couple of clips. Let me show y'all something. I think I saved them. Let me show y'all something, bro. I want y'all to watch a couple of these little clips I got for y'all.
And you all brought him. You guys heard the news. Yeah, me, him. Yeah, we brought him out here. No, no.
Stop. Let me bring that back. Kill that. And where I can hear it because I want to make sure I say the right shit. All right.
And you all brought him. You guys heard the news. Yeah, me, him. Yeah, we brought him out here.
Bro, that was my favorite rapper. We were supposed to do a song, bro.
Just tell him you love. I love you, Young Dolph. Rest in peace.
I love you, dog, bro.
Tell him rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Oh, I love you, bro.
They just took a real nigga from the community.
I want to say it was a real nigga from the community, bro. Can't let it go. You just thoughts. What do you who's your favorite author, young man? What's your favorite book? Yes, nigga who his favorite NBA player is, favorite rapper. I got that all day, bro. There's nothing wrong with being sad. Nothing wrong with being sad. But I don't, this is too much. Like, and again, I get it. It's local. It's whatever. I don't know. Maybe he met the dude, whatever. I don't know. But it should never go to this extreme. Kids should not be balling and buckling down like this. We were supposed to do a song together. Every little nigga want to be a rapper. And I talked to, like I said, I had a relatively short rap career. And it is what I'm saying. Like, and this is bad. This is why I say there's change. So I don't say these things to just be capping, just to be clowning. I've gone through it too. Let's keep it 1K. Like, but if I can prevent motherfuckers from doing this shit, it's all an illusion. Exactly. This motherfucker is probably more so upset about this than, this nigga daddy right here. If something happened to him, he probably wouldn't be as upset as he is about fucking goddamn Young Dolph. We supposed to do a song together. Nigga, what do you got to rap about? The child. Are you expecting, like, and this is what I say, and you let these people, like you said, idolize these niggas who go through this, who live this lifestyle, and you think that shit don't impact them? You play some song and say, bitch, get your ass on the floor, shake it, make it clap, bend it over, slap it on the ground. 72% of the bitches in that fucking club, and I'm saying bitches because the song said bitches, don't get on the floor and start shaking their ass. Oh, this shit don't influence me. It don't influence me. I just like the beat. Now, if I say, hey, bitch, how you doing today? You be ready to fight me? But when it said, bitch, get your ass on the floor, you ran to the fucking floor. You did a splits. You can put both your legs behind your head. You spin it around like a fucking turtle. All kind of off the wall shit. Making an ass of yourself. I just like the beat. I'm gonna embarrass myself and get overly sexual on the floor. Scrub my coochie on the ground. I like the beat. This is what it is. That don't influence me. I just like it. But then you start acting a certain way. And it's not even just rapping. Music, period. Music has the power to do that. But what happens when you hear your old school shit? Oh, that's my jam. Oh. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all got bad knees. Y'all ain't got them Megan Thee Stallion knees. So y'all just sitting in the chair. Mm-hmm. That's my shit. You're influenced, right? You fucking influenced, man. That's all I'm saying. And it's not to, but yeah. Exactly. And that's my thing, man. Because these gentlemen, if they had the ability to do that in rap, they had the ability to do it in so many other ways. And imagine if, with that following, with this, like the message you spread. That's why I said I like Nip. Nip did a lot of good shit. He was, starting STEM schools and revitalizing parks and, just changing up the way he operated. But you still had them ties, though. You still try to do certain things in the neighborhood. Like, again, I'm sorry, I just missed a call. Somebody called me. I'm talking to myself. I missed the call. So whoever it was, please call back. Over here talking to myself. And it's just like, man, bro. Change the game. Do something great. Do something amazing. But you're not going to do it in your hood. Inspire and motivate the people from your hood to do better. Fund whatever it is that you fully vetted a motherfucker and know that they have the skills to do the thing that they want to do, right? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Illusion. How you doing this evening, sir? I'm doing well, What's on your mind this evening, Saul Illusion?
Man, so whenever you guys, I don't know if it was you or somebody else put it in the chat first, but they put that there were 200 rappers that died this year.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm just wondering, like, in each location, how bad it really is, because I noticed last year, if I follow rap, I'm going to follow mostly California rap,
mm-hmm.
Sacramento, Bay Area, a little bit in Southern California. And Sacramento was off the chain last year. Like, those little dudes were dying left and right. And they were all fighting with each other, all gang related, right? And they had these little dudes, like, last moments and shit, because they were live streaming their entire life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a dude named Briss from out there, like Chris, but he's a gangbanger, so he changed it to Briss so that he could gangbang legitimately. Yeah. Yeah. Bristopher. But he was real like Mac Dre type of vibe. Like, I don't know if you ever listened to Mac Dre.
Yeah, that's Mac Dre.
Yeah, I had a phase where that was my favorite rapper for a while, Mac Dre. But he had that kind of vibe. He got smoked. And he was riding around like 4 or like 6, 7 in the morning, high as a kite off probably coke or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he goes somewhere and like they had his final moments before he got smoked. And there was a little boy, a little Mexican boy, hot boy Jew. He was like 17. Mm-hmm. He got smoked. They had his final moments. I think like in the schoolyard is where he was live streaming after school or something before he got smoked. And it's just crazy to me because it's become so like normal to act like a heathen. You know what I mean? Like, why are you live streaming yourself committing crimes?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, to me, Young Dolph is a dummy. Somebody clearly wanted to kill you. Mm-hmm. So if you're the type of person that is about that life, I guess, mm-hmm. I would still think that you need to shut down shut up, and you be quiet, and you go handle that situation before you die. Not like make music about it, make money off of somebody trying to kill you. That shit is crazy to me, bro.
I agree. That's just a wild deal. Like, and again, to be in your home, for it all to be where you're at. Like, so, and you know, you're just out and about in public. Everybody knows everybody. I'm sure in Memphis, and I'm sure Memphis is like most hoods. Like, niggas know you by the cars you drive, and you riding around in a camouflage Lambo. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's Dolph. You know what I mean? The song they said that's Dolph. Like shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, shit. Like you're gonna be well known. So if somebody trying to get the drop on you, well, shit, you didn't got the drop on yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's the crazy part to be. So yeah, that's crazy.
And Marcus is he's in the chat. He's saying Mozzie was an influence. I'm assuming about all the murders out in Sacramento, and that's probably true, bro. And that's what's crazy is like. You got certain dudes out here that get a little bit of acclaim but never really have to go major. You know what I mean? And where the fuck are these dudes coming from? Like, they cause all this destruction, all this violence. They walk around cool. Like, Mozzie had caught a case where he was basically going to be charged with murder, I think, for a shooting at a park. Mozzie was going at SIBO. Like, he wanted to bang with SIBO, and that's a legend. I thought that was crazy, but he got snitched on by his shooters, and he's out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Yo Gotti, but if he's super heavily active, or his people are, or whatever, and he's still out here, I know little motherfuckers that have been charged with RICO for breaking into bong shops. You know what I mean? Like, how are these dudes out here that you don't have enough evidence to charge them with a RICO? And not that I want anybody going to jail, but sometimes you got to take a step back and look. Like, the most active person is also still out here eating. Maybe you should reconsider who's funding him. If you know what I mean.
That's a very good point.
Because I would assume, like when you told me about the situation earlier today in the Discord, I would assume Yo Gotti's an active individual. I mean, is he like T.I., where you're a multiple felon and you can get caught with handguns that are illegal for any person to possess, or guns that are illegal for anyone to possess, much less a felon? And you go ahead.
No, I'm saying I don't know his history. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's caught any charges, you know, this, that, or whatnot. But I know, you know, they got that thing, what they call the hip hop police. So, you know, the motherfuckers are making music, doing so the police are watching, the laws are watching one way or another. You know, they keeping a track on somebody, they keeping an eye on somebody.
Right. So when you have these people that, you know, drama and death and money follow around, and they're never really getting hemmed up for anything, that always looks funny to me, bro. Yeah. Like, I know I used to mess with these Cubans, and I seen this Cuban get arrested a few times. I knew he was already a felon, right? And he wanted to have an issue with me because I wouldn't put in on his bond one time when he got arrested. And I was like, bro, you're gonna get out. Yeah. You know what? And he did. And I was like, see, everybody should be able to see now. If you mess with him, just know who you're dealing with. And I think that's the situation with a lot of these people out here. Like, they put a lot of plants, especially in these urban communities, and teach them to idolize the most gangster person that they think they can find. And a lot of the time, that person is not really a gangster like that. Like, they're a gangster as far as causing chaos and shit, but they're not gangster as in they'll take it to the grave. You know what I mean? They're not really like that. I don't know. It's crazy. It's all a honey trap, bro.
And this is the importance of families, though. This is important of having a solid, you know, foundation at home. because especially with a lot of these little dudes in these single female households, you know, young men are going to look for a male role model. You know, I'm not going to shit on all the
Right.
single moms and all that who, you know, you do a good job. It's cool, but no matter what you do, as long as your son has a structural foundation in his wrist, he's going to look for a solid male role model, something that he's going to take after, whether it be a coach, whether it be an uncle, you know, or something of that sort, or it's going to be an entertainer or a rapper, something that he sees, you know, some type of relation, and then it'd be the wrong influence, and you got little motherfuckers crying like there's no way. I feel like this has to be an uncle or something. This little kid on the screen, because there's no way I'd have a son and he'd be crying like that over a rapper. I don't care if he didn't listen to him his whole life or whatever the fuck he's got. There's no way that he'd be crying like that. He could be upset, oh, it's fucked up, you know, I get it. But there's no fucking way I'd have a son and he'd be crying like that over a rapper. Like, absolutely not.
Well, and he was 11, right?
Yeah, somebody's 11, yeah.
Bro, my son is 13, and I'm just now letting him listen to certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My 11-year-old would not have been listening to Young Dolph.
Correct.
I don't even know none of his music, but I know because he's dead, and he was 36, still acting like he was 22. Like, I know that I wouldn't have let my son listen to him. And then, to your point, he didn't even correct him. Whoever that male figure was, all right, he got upset. He's in his feelings. He didn't even tell him, like, bro, you don't even know who that person is. Why would you attach yourself to him? I would have told my son, boy, I'm going to give you a reason to cry.
Mm-hmm. He encouraged him. He's like,
you're crying like
say
that.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Dolph. Say this. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck? For attention, though. Camera's on. Got to perform.
Yeah, man. And that's why I'm like, do we even have, just as a society in general, do we even have men who are insensitive enough to not let him have that moment? Like, even if there is even if he has an active father in his life, if that's his dad, just men in general, do we have enough of us that are insensitive enough to not placate to people's feelings anymore? Because we're so sensitive now, like, we want to make sure everybody's okay all the time. You know what I mean? Like, bro, life sucks.
Exactly.
You got to learn to deal with that shit. I've been through a ton of shit, and I know people have had it worse than me.
I don't know. I think it's few and far between, man. I think it's few and far in between. Because, like you said, everybody wants everything to be happy, hunky-dory. That's why, like, these kids are getting to this point now where they're actually growing up and when they actually have to deal with life, and the problem doesn't resolve itself in 30 minutes like on the TV show, or it doesn't have a nice, you know, clean ending and you have to, you know, endure something. They can't deal with it. And they don't know how to cope. Yeah. And that's why all of them are depressed all of a sudden. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit. But like you said, you don't have people who are teaching them, hey, you know, life isn't always going to be, you know, hunky-dory. It's not always going to be the outcome you want. Like, you have to learn how to deal with that shit. You learn how to evolve. You have to learn how to work around that shit. But,
well, you can't even get them to see the lessons in it either. Like, life is full of lessons, bro. Like, I'd have been like, see, if you don't start paying attention in school and doing what you're supposed to do at school and stop eating all that fucking sugar your grandma's giving you, if you don't lose some weight and exercise a little bit, you're going to end up like Young Dolph. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, damn, you could learn from a baby. But we're so worried about making everybody feel like you can't make people feel good. They're going to feel how they feel.
Yes.
That shit doesn't add up, bro. And the way that parents allow their kids to look up to anybody outside of their house at that young of an age, it's just crazy to me, bro. Like, do I brainwash my kids? I brainwash the fuck out of my kids, bro. My son thinks LeBron James sucks. Like, he thinks that mumble rap is whack. My daughter thinks that you're stupid if you show your skin and shit. You know, like, she thinks the little witches they got on Disney are evil. Yeah. I brainwash the shit out of my kids. Like, we we as a society got to do a better job, like you're saying, of keeping that shit in the home and raising your goddamn kids, and quit letting phones and TVs and tablets and shit raise your kids. Because like you were saying, the depression level of these children is off the chain. I don't remember ever being depressed as a kid.
No reason.
Like, yeah, I didn't have nothing to worry about.
Even you got a
some
spanking or
kids,
some shit, like that wore off after the spanking was over. You know, you a little pissed off about it or whatever, but that shit, you weren't down and out about it. Like, these kids don't even get touched anymore. Like, well, no, let me put that in the right way, not a map way, but a parental discipline way. I want y'all getting all weird in the chat, but yeah, they don't even get punished anymore and shit, and they're just miserable about everything. Like I say, it's crazy.
Yeah, and isn't it funny how that works?
Mm-hmm.
The less you discipline your kids physically, the wilder and more emotionally unstable they've become over time. Because I mean, I whooped my kids. My son bucked up at me a couple times already. I had to let him know. Give him one of those good shoves, like, bro, this is a grown man strength. Sit your little ass down. But I mean, imagine if I had never spanked him and I shoved him in his chest like that. That might have broke his little heart, you know. Like, my dad's gonna kill me. And that's what these people think, bro. Like, these kids don't understand that fragility, and their parents don't understand that fragility and weakness is just gonna create a situation where you're willing to put your well-being in somebody else's hands, which we're seeing right now. But yeah, my main point was, a lot of these dudes are snitches anyway. So I don't even know why.
No, if you're rapping your whole career criminal history, you're putting it out to millions and millions of people. What makes you think when you sit in a little box, let me tell these couple of guys, so and so and this and that, and yeah, I'll wear it. It's like, come on, you're already doing it. You're getting paid to fucking do it. Like, it's crazy.
Right. Yeah. It's a wild time we live in, bro. But don't worry. This destruction will fix it all.
Well, the final countdown. This comes to more, man. The more and more shit I see. Yeah. Gotta start ramping it up. Gotta ramp up the preparations. It's wild.
For sure, bro. Well, I appreciate you taking my call. It was a good stream tonight, Honcho. And we'll get with you later, bro.
All right. Shout out to Mr. Loser, man. A great call as always. I appreciate it, man. You have a good evening.
You too. Be blessed.
Appreciate it. Heidi, so did you ever go back and get revenge on that horse? Is that the case? But, as he was saying, and this is the problem. This is the thing, and this is what we're saying about, we can tie this back into, a lot of the main things we talk about here in the den, right? And not to, like I said, I'm trying to minimize all the politicals, right? So we're just having a conversation, but we're keeping it real. But this is the importance of the nuclear family, right? That they want to, quote unquote, get rid of. This is the importance of having one. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Ashley.
Oh, this was a mistake. How are you doing this evening, Ashley?
Oh, really? Mistake? Oh.
I got to give you a hard time. How are you doing this evening, Ashley?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. What are your thoughts on, the tragic situation that happened with Mr. Dolph?
Geez, I think it's terrible, that he got shot at a cookie shop. It's nuts.
It's not an ideal way to go. Do you think it was smart of him to still be moving around Memphis the way he has been, knowing that he has some tension with some of the other rappers or maybe other individuals in that town?
I don't think it was smart to go there or to move around the city like in that car. No, that was pretty silly. Mm-hmm.
You said you were a Dolph fan, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, I love him.
What was your favorite Young Dolph song?
To be honest, Or 100 shots.
100 shots might be part of the reason this situation occurred today. Why do you like 100 shots so much?
I just like the song.
What's your favorite part of the song?
I like all of it.
So to those people who may not be familiar, let's see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to educate some of the people in the chat who might not be familiar with Young Dolph's music, which is quite a few people. That's why I'm trying to give them some insight as to why you, why you like him. So you have a particular line from that song that stands out to you that...
No, I just like the beat. Just the beat.
Okay. And you said, what was the other one, To Be Honest?
Yes.
And what do you like about that song? I don't think I've heard that.
I like the beat. It's really good. And it's good. I don't know. I just like it. It's catchy.
I'm starting to feel like you like the beats more than you like Young Dolph.
I mean, I just say that when people are like, what do you like about the lyrics? Like, I just fucking like the music. Jeez.
Well, what I'm saying, so you're being dishonest with me. I'm hurt. I'm hurt that you would.
No, I'm not being dishonest, but it's like, why do I have to tell you exactly what I like about it? I just like it.
Because I'm curious about you, your personality. This is me taking an interest in you, Ashley, and so I'm inquiring about your personality so that I can have a better understanding of you, so that I can communicate with you on a deeper level. So this is why I'm inquiring of such things.
Uh-huh.
And you're making this very difficult.
No, I just like it.
Okay, just like it. All right. So, why do you think this continues to happen in the rap community?
Well, I think it's just because like they have a lot of money and they're hanging around poor people.
Why do they hang around poor people?
Because that's where they came from, but you shouldn't. I mean, I guess if you don't have enough security, you shouldn't be doing that.
So you think that people, once you get money, you should avoid poor people?
I mean, you should definitely monitor who you are around. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you avoid poor people?
What, like homeless people?
No, whatever you would consider poor.
I work with the homeless.
Oh, okay. Well, that is mighty noble of you. I would never suspect such a thing. Okay. Do you sing rap songs with the homeless?
On my way to work, I'd be rapping about trapping while I'm on my way to Starbucks, or like on my way to my job to do regular shit. Yeah.
So you're a traffic gangster?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're gang banging, you're selling dope, you're pimping these hoes, and you pull up to Starbucks, and what do you order?
A venti iced Americano with white chocolate powder. Or not white chocolate powder, but white chocolate and maybe pumpkin sauce, but mostly not because they put too much in there. Too sweet. I don't like that.
I don't know what the fuck that is you just said. It sounds terrible. Okay. So you gang banging, like I say, you pimping these hoes, slugging that big dope, you moving bricks overseas, you got your venti latte, mocha frappa lappa, and you're heading to work. So do you mostly listen to rap music?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I listen to all pop music really, but I listen to like a lot of rap and Afro beats. I love that.
Afro beats. Okay.
Yes.
What is Afro beats?
Like, just like Nigerian music, or even like reggaeton, like that's included. It's just like I don't know, it's just like a type of music, almost like reggaeton, but not really.
You guys are listening to Gasolina? Okay.
I love that song.
That's terrible. Okay, so...
What?
But would you consider Dolph pop? Would you consider him mainstream?
Yeah, I would.
Really? I would think of him more underground. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, did you cry when you found out the news?
Oh, hell no.
Do you let your
There's a lot of people that have died that I did not know and cry about.
you have ice in your heart, so it's okay. Do
I
you
didn't know him.
but do you let your child listen to music like this?
No.
What do you let your child listen to?
Like if he's in the car with me, I'll listen to like old school R&B or like Ari Lennox or just like singing, not like anything like this. Or I listen to reggae.
Okay. Who's Ari Lennox?
She's a singer.
What does she sing? What's a good song from Ari Lennox? I'm gonna check it out.
Shea Butter Baby with J. Cole. That's a really good one. And Pressure, her new song. That's a good one.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna listen to anything called Shea Butter Baby, so I'll probably check out Pressure.
Oh, it's a really good song. Do you like J. Cole?
Yeah, I like J. Cole's solid.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
You're not a fan of J. Cole?
I don't like him like that. No, I don't. But I like her.
Why don't you like J. Cole like that?
I like his popular songs, but I told you before, I don't like hip hop. Like, he's like so hip hop. I fucking hate that.
Why do you like rap, that gangster rap, but not the hip hop?
Because I like popular music.
What makes it different? Like, so you just like what everybody else likes, or does it have to be pre-approved?
No, that's like what I like. Like, people that listen to KRS-One is probably not going to be like listening to what I like, but I can't fucking stand KRS-One, but apparently to some people he's a lyrical genius. But like, my ears literally bleed when I listen to music like that. I can't.
It might be a medical condition. So you're not a fan of hip hop. So did you like the song Crooked Smile?
What is that?
From J. Cole. It came out a couple years ago.
No. I mean, I just listen to, like, if I hear it on the radio, but I'm not going to, like, listen to his album.
It was a radio song. It was like a big thing from him.
On which radio? I don't even listen to the radio. Okay, like Shade 45, like on, I don't know. They don't play that shit.
What is Shade 45?
It's just like a serious radio station, but...
Serious? Like they talk about serious topics?
No, serious. It's like XM radio, like satellite radio.
Okay. So, why do you prefer satellite radio over your local radio station?
I cannot listen to my No, these are all trash.
Why? Why are they all trash? That's like,
I don't listen to edited music. I don't like that.
Oh, so you need all the hardcore gangster shit.
Right. That's why I listen to satellite radio.
Did you vote for Biden in the last election?
Hell no.
Okay. You voted for Kamala.
For who?
Kamala.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think they're both jackasses.
Oh, jackasses. Okay. So do you expect right now? This is what, the 17th of November. Do you expect that there will be another rapper death before the end of the year?
I guess, but do you think another rapper is going to kill him? Like, what does that have to do with being a rapper?
I'm just asking if you think there's going to be another rapper death by the end of the year.
There could be. You know, all niggas think they're rappers, so there's probably at least 5 that have died since he started this live.
That's terrible. Have you ever dated a rapper?
Oh, God. You know what was funny? What's so funny? No, I've never dated a rapper. But I had this friend that used to rap. Oh, my God. And every time he would get in my car, he would fucking play his bullshit music.
Did you tell him that it was bullshit?
After months, I did, and I felt so bad because I was like, oh my God, I can't listen to this shit all the time because it's like hip hop. I fucking hate that.
So he's pouring out his heart and soul into his music, and you tell him this shit is trash, and you threw his mixtape out the window.
No, No, it was like hooking it up to the aux. So that was like,
Did you unplug
no.
the aux cord?
I snatched my shit back.
Mm.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I had to.
You are not a motivating person. You shitted on your homeboy's mixtape. I remember a story you told me about a friend and your terrible dating advice. I don't know, Ashley. I'm starting to wonder. Did you go to college, Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Did you graduate?
No.
What were you majoring in?
Nursing.
What halted your progress?
I don't really like sick people. And plus, I was married, so I didn't really have to work.
Okay. Interesting. If you had the opportunity, would you go back and complete your degree?
No, I don't like sick people still.
So then why'd you want to get
Like,
a nursing?
I just don't have that in me. Like, like somebody's coughing and I'm like, oh my God, I just hope you get better. I'm just like, no, I'd rather get away from you.
But I'm saying, like, why would you go into nursing if you don't like sick people?
Because I was doing it because I wanted to. Anyways, I was going to be a nurse.
I'm going to be honest, you would have got fired.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't going
times.
to go into like nurse. No, I wasn't going to do it for that. It was just going to be for this thing I wanted to do. But
So what's the dream now? What's the next step in Ashley world?
oh, now I'm just working.
But do you have any future goals?
I'll probably just continue my business. Like I've been.
How do you plan to scale your business in 2022?
I mean, just staying afloat, I guess. Hopefully they don't shut everything down again.
Is your business selling weave?
Weed? No.
Weave like bundles.
No, hair weave, no. No, I don't sell extensions.
Do you sell eyelashes?
Why do you ask?
I'm curious because see, I like trying to support people and help people, and then so I'm inquiring because maybe, just maybe, there's a way, or maybe somebody in the den has a way that they could support you and help you, your business. And so I'm just trying to inquire as to what field your business is in, and maybe there may be some resources or some people who might be interested.
Oh, wow.
We're all a family here in the den. We look to help each other out. As terrible as we may
Yeah,
be.
right. If I even tell you guys what I did, oh my God, I can imagine like somebody trying to ruin me. Oh my God.
Nobody,
never.
like you see,
Ever.
this is the problem, Ashley.
Like
We-
all the
like,
crazy
you-
shit
see,
I've said on here,
Nobody
I've literally said fuck Misty's son and her dead mom.
Well, is Misty here? Let's be honest. Misty was entertaining. I don't think Misty was one of the most popular den folk in here. As much as I would love for her to come back, because I would love to talk to Misty, see if she killed her stepmom or not, but I wouldn't say she was like one of the most popular den folk in here. So I don't think anybody's really mad at you for that. Like even the
Nobody's mad at me, but you don't think she'd write a petty review or say like, "Oh my God, I'm calling you in."
Do you think Misty listens to the den still?
I don't know what that raggedy bitch is doing, to be honest.
I would say she doesn't. Because I think Misty has the type of
I'm just
personality
hoping
that she could not be watching this, and even if we are mentioning her, and not respond in some form or fashion.
Well, I mean, hopefully she stole the wrong patient's med and OD'd and is laid up in somebody's hospital.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I know.
Have you ever been on Backpage?
Heck no. No.
Have you ever thought about it?
No.
What about an OnlyFans?
I made an account, not to have content, but I wanted to see this one bitch who had a OnlyFans, but I could not look into it. Like, I didn't want her to see. Anyways, it was just this person I knew who had one, so I wanted to see.
So you were plotting on somebody the way that you think somebody would plot on you if you were to influence of what your business was.
Well, I just wanted to see how far she was going.
You wanted to peep that snatch. Shout out to the
No.
solutions.
No, not like that.
Really?
I was just being nosy because this bitch is like always talking crazy shit. And then it's like, oh, okay.
Okay. That's interesting. Mike, stop spamming Big Mike. Nah, whoever this Big Mike person is in the thing. Just stop spamming. Nope. Like, imagine going somewhere and then, like, posting Trump 2024 a whole bunch and nobody really cares. You're in the wrong channel. Nobody cares that you're posting. Just don't spam. Nobody cares what you're saying here. So, all right. Of all the rappers that have passed early, right? Which one made you the saddest?
Like recently.
I mean, anytime.
Anytime. I would say this one, Young Dolph.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I don't know, because I liked his music. And he seemed, I don't know, he was doing a lot of stuff for his community and whatever. Like, I don't know. I wasn't in his community, so that really didn't affect me, but it sounded nice.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to ask you, but for whatever reason, I can't remember what it. I feel like I'm So, do you think it was this was related to one of the rap beefs that he had?
See, I don't know. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't kill him, before that. It just doesn't seem like they would wait until now.
Okay.
I just think it was, him being around poor people.
So you think it was somebody who was envious and just wanted to off him because they couldn't afford the cookies that he was buying?
No, they probably seen him in his car because he had the hella filthy ass car that's like wrapped in, I think like camo or something. Anyways, like nobody's gonna have $100,000 car wrapped in camo except him. Come on, they probably were like, oh shit, let me run up in here and run up on this guy.
Well, do you think they stole anything, or was he just shot?
They could have shot him for money, or they could have just been haters. Like, people that are poor are so envious. I mean, not even like that. It's not even saying like poor people, but like people that want what you have, they're super envious. And you just never know what they want or what they're going to do to get it. Like, no.
Man, it's still stupid rainy. Okay. So if you were to give a life lesson from this whole situation, what would that lesson be to someone who is just finding out about this?
About Young Dolph dying?
Yes. What would you take away from this? What would your life lesson be from this situation?
Definitely if you get any like money, clout or whatever, don't hang around those people.
Those people
and
being,
I don't see why he was at,
So don't hang around those people. Does that mean urban people? Does that mean poor people? Does that mean
what is urban
Negroes?
people? Like urban, like people from the city?
I mean, it can be, I need you to clarify. You said don't hang around those people, so I'm just curious. Like, what type of people?
Yeah, like why are you in Memphis? Like you could tell, like wherever he was at, it looked raggedy as hell.
Do you think that Black people who make it out the hood owe the hood something?
That what?
Do you think that Black people who make it out of poor neighborhoods, do they owe the hood something?
I don't think they have to, but they should.
Why should they?
Only because it's right. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just think that people that close to you and that family, or close to your family, and they're still like around there, stuff can get heated.
What do you mean? You said it's only because it's right. Like, what makes it right?
Like, you know how just people are, just how they're talking, like, or how people are like, oh yeah, you don't do anything for the neighborhood. Like, lots of people say that, especially like about rappers. Like, I never ever hear anyone say like, oh yeah, this guy from Blink 182 needs to give back to his community. You need to build a Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Only niggas feel so entitled to other people's money. You can't allocate what anybody is going to do with their funds that they've earned themselves.
So my thing is this, right? So why is that? Why is it that, why is it that the Dolphs and, whoever else of the world should get back to the hood, but the Blink 182 should?
I think they should too.
What should the Blink 182s do?
I'm just saying, no, their community isn't saying like other people that listen to that music. They aren't saying what they should do with their money. Like, I feel like niggas are only the only, not even that. It's just like, I really just think it's poor people. Like any color. Like, they always feel like you have to give back.
So do you think that's really envy and jealousy? That these are just people who want something you have under the guise of doing something right?
Yeah, I mean, I just think they feel super entitled to what other people should be doing.
Okay.
Like, oh my gosh, like, oh, if I had this, I would be giving back. This rapper does nothing for the hood. His mom is still here. His cousins are still here. Like, you literally only hear that about rappers or ball players.
Shout out to this all illusion. Says, Ashley, hear me out. I got an idea. You're going to start out at a Motel 6, but if you have the right attitude and drive, I'll have you in a 4-star ASAP. And Devontae, this is Black Ashley. I know things may be a bit confusing. Oh man. Now, Ashley and Dan, I need y'all to do me a favor. Okay, but Heidi had a good idea. We need to talk about a thing. I think you both of you would be excellent for. But here's the deal. So like, why isn't anybody shooting at Eminem? He's dissed a lot of people. He's talked a lot of crazy stuff over the years. Why is nobody beefing with Eminem? He's from Detroit. A lot of niggas in Detroit getting killed. A lot of rappers out of Detroit having issues. Does
he have any beef with anybody?
I mean, he's had beef over the years.
I've never heard about him having beef with a rapper. Like, I didn't even listen to Eminem. He's fucking garbage.
Well, he's mainstream. He's pop.
He's, like, more overrated than Stevie Wonder. He is.
Oh, my goodness. We got to talk about this. Okay. Actually, I need you to do me a favor. All right.
What?
Why so aggressive? Good grief.
Because I swear, everybody tries to debate me on this. Like, he's not a good artist.
No, the favor I need you to do, and you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong. But the favor I need you to do is Barstool Sports put out this list of the 10. Why is my shit, the color's changing? Barstool Sports put out this list, right, of the 10 best female singers of all time. And we're going to do a thing on Friday. We're going to have a conversation about that in here. I would like you to make a list for Friday. And this is for everybody. This is everybody in here too. Like I said, everybody is going to be welcome to call in with their list. I would like you to make a list for Friday of your 5 top female singers of all time. We're going to talk about that list.
Okay.
But you're absolutely wrong about Stevie Wonder. You're hating on him because he's blind.
Oh my God, he's like so awful. I fucking hate him.
What makes Stevie Wonder awful?
Because he's not really blind and he does that. Like,
can you prove that Stevie's not blind?
No, I can't prove it, but he's not.
Why is Stevie not blind?
I just don't think he's blind. And he's not a good singer. Like, come on.
These things.
I hate his voice. It's so, oh my God.
What are your thoughts
No.
on how do you feel about Christina Aguilera?
I hate her too. Her voice is like so awful. She oversings. It's disgusting. But white people think anyone with a good voice, like slightly ethnic sounding voice, is like the hottest shit ever. So that's that. I think she's overhyped.
How do you feel about Adele?
I think she's a good singer.
Okay. How do you feel about Paula Abdul?
I don't even know what song she sang. Okay. I've never heard of it.
All right, we'll leave that there. How do you feel about Minnie Riperton?
She's okay. I only know the one song. And I wouldn't say she's a great singer.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't inquire too much more into that. I don't want to ask any questions of anybody who may or may not be on your list. But
none of those people at all.
Okay, I am looking forward to this list. I'm looking forward to this list coming up soon. Has your child ever wanted to be a rapper?
Have my what?
Has your child ever wanted to be a rapper?
He like freestyles. It's so cute. Yes, he freestyles, but not like he like talks about school and Roblox. It's not like anything serious. He's so cute.
Does he spit hot fire?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How do you feel?
It's probably trash too, but I love him.
You are a future ruiner. I gotta get ready to play some Halo here in a second. But what are your thoughts on Tina Marie?
I think she's overhyped. I seriously think like any white artist that does anything that sounds remotely black is overhyped, and that disgusts me.
I think you're putting your prejudice.
I don't think she was that good of a singer.
That is tough. Okay.
You think she was a great singer?
What are your thoughts on Mariah Carey?
She's an okay singer. She's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have no further questions. I'm anticipating. I'm looking forward to hearing your list on Friday. And wow. All right, MB. Anything else that's on your mind, Miss Ashley?
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, they had said that Yo Gotti's grandma, Black Youngster's grandma got shot. And then, what do you call it? Yo Gotti's mom's restaurant got shot at.
Yeah, I heard that. Then I heard that they said that didn't happen.
Yeah.
The internet loves to kill people. So you gotta wait 2 hours to find out if somebody's really dead. And then, the rumors start flying after that. It gets a little janky. So yeah. I heard it too. I was like, wow, Memphis is gonna be super crazy. But then I heard, there's a couple people I follow from Memphis. Regular people, not rappers. And they were saying it didn't happen, and that the MPD was saying that didn't happen. Just rumors.
Oh. Well, that's good, because that would be taking it a little far.
I think something's gonna happen, but we'll see where it takes place. Oh, that's crazy. So we'll see. Okay. So never mind. I'm gonna save it. I said I better save it.
You're gonna save it?
Yeah, I have no further questions until Friday.
Whatever.
What? I have no further questions until Friday because I'm actually very eager to hear this list. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you Friday, so you can Share your thoughts with me.
Can I put Saucy Santana on my list?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Let me ask you, it's your list. You can put whatever you want to.
I can't put a trans person on there?
You can put whatever if that's what you're into, if that's the thing that you're into, you go for. All right, how about this? But it's supposed to be women. Well, I don't know. Yeah, just never mind. I'm not doing it today. I'm leaving trans people alone today. I'm not going to attack. I've never attacked, but I'm not even going to go in that direction. But I got a question for you. All right, just because you said, you like Dolph and you're a fan of his music, this one hurt the most. Who is your favorite rapper of all time?
Wow, I've never thought about that. That is so funny.
Will Smith?
Of all time?
Yeah, all time.
It would either have to be like Master P or Too Short.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I would have thought. 335. So if it's Master P or Too Short, what is your favorite song from either one of those artists?
Oh my gosh. Okay, have you ever heard of Ghetto Symphony? But he wasn't in that. So it would probably Bourbons and Lax from Master P, and then from Too Short, it's Call Her a Bitch. That's my jam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you dance to Call Her a Bitch?
Oh, not really. I just listen to it in my car. Like, I don't listen to that around people. Oh my god.
Well, I'm saying in the privacy of your own home.
In my car by myself.
Do you vibe in your car to Call Her a Bitch?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, if a man introduced himself, said, "Hey, bitch, I want to talk to you," how would you respond to that?
Say, "Oh my god, where's your mother? Because you can't be talking to me."
And then if he wanted to continue the conversation after that, would you entertain it?
No.
So then why would you listen to a song that says "Call Her a Bitch"? Isn't that the advice that is being given on that song?
Why would you take advice from a rap song? Music is a form of art. It's subjective. Like, you don't have to do it. Well, it's just something for you to observe. It's not.
But why would you listen to it and entertain the wording? Why not? Why some people take it as a piece of advice?
Say what?
Some people take it as advice. These rappers say some of these songs. Master P, make crack like this. He's giving crack cocaine cooking instructions.
Ghetto Dolph.
So, is that just supposed to be a form of art, or is he giving out the recipe with the B12?
I mean, if that's how you want to make your crack, that's how you, I guess.
How do you make your crack?
First, I take a Pyrex. No, I'm kidding.
Terrible stuff. All right, Miss Ashley.
I know. Let me get off this darn phone. Okay, good talking to you, Honcho.
All right, you have a good evening, man. I appreciate you taking the time to shop it up with me.
You too. Bye.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed tonight's conversation. The Den, a conversation. I'm going to change this. It's not a talk show. It's a conversation show. Right? I don't want to just talk at y'all. I like having conversations with y'all. That's the difference. But for those of y'all who down still, I'm going to hop on that Halo. We can hop on that Halo. Run a couple of matches of Halo Infinite. I'll be on there shortly. In fact, I'll go ahead and get my sticks because that dude St. Luke talking all that trash. Man, I am looking forward to Ashley's list. Good grief. Woo. Xbox, Halo. And so always very interesting talking to Miss Ashley. So there's that. Correa trashed the Yankees. Oh, what? Detroit. Nobody wants. He didn't want to go to Detroit. So again, OG Low, man, up there from San Andreas finest. But I'm gonna call it a wrap, y'all. We're gonna do this again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. Y'all know how we do. This is the den. We have fun. We talk about things. And sometimes you just gotta laugh. But I'm your host, Ed Honcho. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody who called in. I appreciate all the super chat love. And shout out to the, what's the thing called? I can't slip in my Cash App love too. I appreciate all of y'all. 10 plus years. That's a long-term commitment. I don't think I want to do it. Oh, and I want to shout out, because there was somebody I want to shout out before the stream messed up the other day. Shout out to the lovely Miss Sarah Lou and Miss Holly. I appreciate the love. And all you wonderful people who come in and join the conversation day in and day out. And again, you know, it's very unfortunate what happened to Mr. Dolph. So you young folks take it as a lesson. Money don't mean shit, man. I showed y'all yesterday, Jeff Bezos, his old lady was fiending for some of that DiCaprio. And, you know, you see you got money, you're in the hood, dog. Nobody got love for you, dog. So you do what's in your best interest. You take care of yourself. Try to be the best person, that you can be. But with that being said, Chunk of a Deuce. Catch me on that Halo, Honcho Saucy on Xbox. I put the Discord link in there if you want to come join the Discord and chop it up with us anytime. There's the link for that. But with that being said, I'm gonna take my shirt off when I get on the Xbox, which unfortunately will be not on this stream. I'm gonna be in the Discord. It's hot in this bitch. But you know, I fucked with y'all. Well, it was in the Discord like 4 weeks ago, Heidi. So how about that? We always beat you in the Discord, but you're never in there, so you just don't know. But again, I'm out. I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all for being here. Where's that button? That Streamlab shit. This is the last night for Streamlab. You better hit that thing. You better hit that thing. I'm changing this spot because it ain't hot. Not only Halo in the Discord, the Discord folks that did post, we're gonna be in there playing some Halo running some matches. So the Discord hype. You ain't gotta talk. You should talk. Like you can text. Who's next? Actually, isn't good talk. But she is talk. Well, she keeps on the motor prep. Guess she gotta drink that. Yeah. Heidi, I was busting hot bars, okay? I was busting hot raps about Ashley and her mocha frap, okay? Yes. We're gonna be in the Discord. Hit that link. You ain't gotta talk. You can listen in. I'll have it on the screen. I'm gone. I'm out. And a banana cognac.